Champradio broadcast. Live on Cars with David Simister.
Hello, this is Champradio, the online radio service from the Champion. I'm David Simister, and this is another episode of Life on Cars, the completely unscripted show about cars. This week in the hot seat, we've got not one, but two owners of the iconic Jaguar E-Type, a glorious sports car from the 60s, which next month celebrates its 50th birthday. They got in touch after an article for the Champion newspaper where I expressed my love of all things E-Types, but ended on a sad note by saying that I've never driven one, I've never ridden one, I've never even sat in one. The first person to get in touch was Hesketh Bank resident Nigel Spry with his bright red E-Type coupe. Here's what happened. How easy is it driving an E-Type round town?
Oh, it's okay. It's a bit cumbersome because there's no power steering, and it's long. And if you make a turn, you've got to be very careful and think in advance, because if you don't turn quick enough, the response and the length of the bonnet, you'll miss the drive, like I did at home, and I drove into some bushes and broke a lens. So you've got to be prepared, and it is a big car, and it's a constant talking point because there's such a fantastic car. I never ever thought, coming from a working class background, that I'd ever own one of these. But I've had it 5 years, so I bought it when I was 60, just before Christmas, and it's great fun.
And what do you think it is? I mean, I'm obviously a big fan of these. What do you think it is that attracts so many people to it?
It's the shape. It's a pure and simple, the shape. It was so elegant, though this is the least popular one. The most popular one, which I said on the phone, was that William Lyons owned, was the straightforward coupe, hardtop, whereas the most popular these days is the Roadster, the soft top. Now this one, because it's longer and taller and the screen is more steeply raked, is the least popular. But for me, it's the most useful. And, this is what I would want. I can drive this in any weather. I've taken it out in the rain now. I'm not precious about it. But it's just so elegant, and the performance at the time, I think the top speed was supposed to be 130 miles an hour. It was remarkable for those days. So the XK120 set the precedent. Though it was a sports car, it wasn't a racing car. It went into the Le Mans rally several times, not terribly successfully, if I remember the book I've got on the back, I was going to lend to you. But it was all the pop stars and the footballers had them because it's just so elegant. The long bonnet was and it's all filled up. There's no space in it, but it's just the elegance of it. But at 18 miles to the gallon, I can only use it heydays, high days, and holidays. But the people who could just afford them like 40 years ago, they weren't terribly worried. Mind you, petrol was much cheaper then, but it's just like a stuff. They just hit you.
I would have been happy to leave my ride in Nigel's E-Type at that, because it was a dream come true. But when Tom Melia from Biston got in touch to offer me another ride in his E-Type, I couldn't say no. Here's what happened when I met Tom.
This was a Series 1.5, 1968. And I bought it in pretty much the condition it's in at the moment. But it belonged to a friend of mine, and it was in his garage, and his girlfriend was leaving him, and he said, so I'm going to get rid of everything in the garage. And I remember seeing this, pulling up outside, and I thought, what a colour, opalescent blue. And I went down to his house with the intention of buying it, and I think if there hadn't been an engine in it, I'd have still bought it, I was that keen to buy it,
And what is it that attracted you to the E-Type?
When I was a kid, I used to see them, I used to see them going up and down the road, and I used to think, what a car, Absolutely. When you looked at it, you couldn't fault it from any angle. You know, even I think the convertible was the most wanted car, but I think these these coupes now, they look the business, don't they?
And I think they are one of the iconic cars, aren't they?
They are, aren't they? Yeah. It's responsive, great lumps of power. It's, I don't know, you could I could liken it to when you know, like on the road safe. We took it through to Croston, and it's quite a nice road there, isn't it? You can see through all the bends, and when you're running out there, it's more like it's a little bit like a 4-wheel motorbike, you know. It's a nice car to drive. I think probably you could set it up a little bit stiffer, maybe go better on the tyres. You know, like take it off these SPs which are on it, which are like original tyres, and get the feel for it. Or even do a track day. You know, if you went, say, to Wilton Park with it, you could know your limits then.
Yeah.
Or you'd know what the car would do, wouldn't you? You know.
That's it.
I mean, I've never drifted it yet, you know, but
This time yet.
This time.
And I suppose one of the things that obviously attract people to it are the looks. I mean, when you're driving it around, I mean, do you get people staring at it?
Oh, when you get even young kids, they go, give you the thumbs up, you know, when they go past. The kids, like, they must obviously see the potential in them, can't they? You know, the shape of them, and they're looking so different, don't they? You know.
I think it's one of those shapes that never really ages as well.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
That's all we've got time for this week on Life on Cars, but tune in next time when we'll have another guest in the hot seat to discuss all things cars. Until then, have a look at the Champion website at champnews.com, the Life on Cars blog, which is lifeoncars.blogspot.com, and if you want to get in touch, give us a ring on 01704 392 404. I'm David Simister. Thank you very much for listening to Life on Cars, and we'll see you again soon.
David Simister's Live on Cars.